Okay, we are live, family. We are live. Come on in the room. Come into the room. I didn't even realize I had started the chat, the live stream. Come into the room. So keep me posted because I don't know if I'm having computer troubles. We had, like I say, our Charlton say, oh, okay, second video. Yes, indeed. Back in the day, all military police were guys, I guess. The ladies are allowed in this MOS. Yes, I think so. Yeah. Say hello again, and I do apologize, family. So if we have some trouble, we're going to deal with that. But I got so much good information I want to give out to you. So let's get started while we got the chance here. Thank all of you for coming back. Like I said, I am the H-Town vet, and I'd like to welcome you to this live stream, a place where we will discuss a variety of benefits available to veterans, active duty members, and their dependents. Family, come take a break with us, relax, where we share information, stories, not just about benefits, but about our military experiences and current news. Family, we love you here and we appreciate you. Love the veteran family and their dependents and your rest of your family. We honor Space Force, Coast Guard, Air Force, Marines, Navy, Army, and I hope I ain't missed nobody, whether you're active duty or you are National Guard or Reserve. You're respected here. And here are the rules that we went over earlier. Please note them. And thank you for the super chats and the coins. And thank you for any donations that you give us. Thank you. Please like, share, and subscribe and click on those notifications. Clear as a picture now. Okay. Keep me focused because I don't know if it's going to act up again. Now we're going to get on topic, family. And the topic for tonight is we're going to talk about, in particular, the difference between military police and civilian police and some of the limitations that if someone is a military policeman, what their limits are. Now, if I appreciate if any of y'all can put in there what they call for the Navy, put Navy and what they call the military police. Army, what they call the military police. If you're in the Army, Coast Guard, Marines, put your version of the military police. We just call them MPs in the Army. Let us know what they call them in the Air Force also. All right. And the question, the topic that we're going to be covering is, can military police arrest civilians for an alleged crime committed outside a military base? We're going to talk about it. So in the Army, they call them, it's very clear. Thank you. Hopefully it stays this way. We're going to get through this information. Benny say call them MPs. Yes, indeed. Family, tell them what they call them in the Navy. And as we were saying, that, and we're going to cover it again, family, because we want to make sure it's clear. In the U.S. Navy, they call it the MAA. Tell us what MAA stands for again, because that's a new term to me. So I appreciate you. Now, when it comes to military police, regardless of the branch of the military, there are geographical limitations or limits. MP authority applies, MP stands for military police. Authority applies only on or in direct relation to military installations or department/ministries of defense property. So she was saying MAA stands for Masters of the Arm. That's the military police for the Navy. Okay, now, Pose Committees Act, federal law generally blocks military personnel and MPs from acting as civilian law enforcement off base. These are the limitations. The next one, off-base incidents. If a crime happens entirely outside the gates, by a civilian, local, state, or federal civilian police hold exclusive responsibility. Now, here's the exceptions to the rule. If the military police is in the hot pursuit, military police may briefly cross base boundaries in immediate hot pursuit of a suspect who committed an offense on base, though local authorities must be notified immediately. Memorandum of Understanding, MOU. And Salto Marine was breaking that down earlier, that he was a military police. If you were a military police, whoever's in here, put that in the chat. So the MOU is Joint Jurisdiction Agreement, or localized MOS can grant specific coordinated response duties on adjacent federal civilian shared properties or housing areas, because sometimes military housing may be off the base. Sometimes the commissary, like in Pensacola, Florida, is off the base. So there may be incidents there. Civilian arrest outside of official duties and specific, take this off the screen, and specific base zones. An MP typically has no more rights to arrest a civilian than any ordinary private citizen under local state law. Okay. Now, I wonder what that does with the VA police. Am I being messy? Family, we about to get into it. Now, let's talk about it. So let me see, can I pull this up? So pray for us here. We're about to go over a video. So first, let me get myself up here. And let's see what we got. And we're going to say what? Fair use, fair use. This is for educational and informative purposes only. All right, fam. Fair use, fair use. Now we're going to talk about this. Seemed to be a very good video, and I want y'all to look at this here. Now listen what our brother says. The Saltillo Marine says, VA police are different. They are federal law enforcement and can enforce the law anywhere in the United States, the USA. Wow, the United States of America. Tell us more. Now we're going to watch this video and let us know if you've seen it before. It seemed to be a very good video, but the guy's like got his voice filtered. So fair use, as we said. Let's see what we got going on here. Now, let me put my headset on, and I want y'all to put some speakers in the chat if you can hear the video.
Have you ever wondered why the U.S. military and U.S. law enforcement have their own police forces? Is there really a huge difference? Well, let's give you an example to get you thinking. In order for anyone to get on a military base, they have to get through a security checkpoint at the gate, where the gate guards check your ID. Those gate guards could be both a military policeman and a DoD policeman, who happens to be a civilian. On your way through base.
So, do all bases have a checkpoint? Do all military bases, U.S. military bases, have a checkpoint, a gate guard? Is that true? I know most do, but does all military bases? And how do y'all work with the civilian law enforcement? Are they restricted just like the military police just to the base? Let us know.
You could pass by a local municipal cop that just happens to be on base. But why are there civilian and military police? What's the point? Do they enforce the same laws? Can both arrest you? Do they get the same training? Who sees more action? We'll be answering those questions and much more. This is Military Police versus Police.
Okay, military police, they say. I am a witness to fair use, yes. So y'all say y'all can hear good, fair use. And get a chance, go over to the channel. Want to see what the name, I forget is, want to shout out their channel. Hold on. Give me a second here, because I appreciate them. The General Discharge. It's called General Discharge. They got like 378,000 subscribers. Let me give them a like. Go over there and join them. I should subscribe too. I'm using their video. I apologize for that. Fair use. And I should put the link to the description, okay? Let us continue. Now listen, say many Marine MPs were replaced or augmented by civilian-based police a few years ago. Do you think they're trying to get rid of all military police? Tell us what you think going on, Saltillo Marine and the rest of the veteran family. Because I noticed down here, I see civilians from time to time at Ellington Air Force Base. It used to be an Air Force base. Now it's a joint reserve base.
Before we can talk about the differences between both of these, let's briefly explain what they are first, starting with the MPs. For starters, military police are members of the military, both in.
So first thing, they're members of the military. Yes, indeed.
Enlisted and officer that happen to be in every branch of the military.
Okay, so let me see. I see Army up there. I see Coast Guard, all of them. Do you think Space Force has a branch? Do they have MPs in the Space Force? I'm going to go on one of them Space Force bases. I want to know. The Marines are radically ending the MP MOS. Wow. I don't know how good that is. I think military should be self-contained to an extent. Did they say why? Let us know. Let's listen. And if you know what branch, as far as the U.S. Hold on, I miss it.
Besides the Space Force, you got your Army.
Oh, beside the Space Force. Okay. So he said they don't have it for Space Force yet. Let me see what we got. Let me put y'all on the screen. Thank y'all as y'all come in. If I miss you, I apologize. We had to restart and say, love this topic. I worked at the MP station as a dispatcher in Kuwait. I was a contractor. Interesting. Boy, y'all have some. You know what the MPs did when we went Desert Storm? What do y'all think they did? I didn't know they was out there with us until you got all these, it looked like a few thousand Iraqi soldiers. They were putting them in zip ties and handcuffs or whatever and putting them on the back of big Hemmets, big trucks, and driving them away. The guys, you know, I thank God they wasn't trying to fight or nothing. They were hungry. They ran up on us, putting their hand to their mouth. Thank God for that when that happened. And the MPs were over there putting them in zip ties and, you know, taking them off. Let's talk about it. So now what they're saying, it seems like it's saying that when it comes to we're going to start right here.
Starters, military police are members of the military, both enlisted and officer, that happen to be in every branch of the military, besides the Space Force. You got your Army MPs, Navy Master-at-Arms, Marine MPs, Air Force Security Forces, and Coast Guard Maritime Enforcement Specialists.
Did you hear that? Wow. Now, this is thorough. We got to hit that again. Y'all educated me on this. Let's go back over it. What they are again. The military police for each one. I like this. I'm enjoying this, fam. 1995, a lot of bases turned over the state National Guard police assistant MPs. Okay, let's listen.
The differences between both of these. Let's briefly explain what they are first, starting with the MPs. For starters, military police are members of the military, both enlisted and officer, that happen to be in every branch of the military, besides the Space Force.
So they don't have it in Space Force yet, I'm assuming.
You got your Army MPs, Navy.
Army MPs. Hold on, let me see.
MPs,
Give me a second. So not in Space Force, at least at the time of this
happen to be
video.
in every branch of the military, besides the Space Force.
Not in Space Force, okay.
You got your Army MPs,
So you got the Army MPs. All right, I'm familiar with them. Never had any interaction with them, but I'm familiar with them.
Navy Master at Arms,
Navy Master of Arms, okay. That's the military police for the Navy.
Marine MPs,
Marine MPs, I think I've seen a few of them, maybe.
Air Force Security Forces,
Air Force Security Forces. Y'all told me about that area earlier. They call it Air Force Security Force. I saw them on the Joint Base.
and Coast Guard Maritime Enforcement Specialists.
So, okay, Coast Guard Maritime. I got to say that again. Hold on. I have to hear that again.
Marine MPs, Air Force Security Forces, and Coast Guard Maritime Enforcement Specialists.
So, Coast Guard Maritime Enforcement Specialist. We want to thank our brother for Lil Rip giving us 400 joules again. Thank you so much. Say no space troops, MOS yet, LOL. So they're going to be up in space regulating things. What's going on? Now listen. In Kuwait, listen to Earwheel. In Kuwait, the MPs rotated every 9 months. As y'all come in, thank y'all for coming back in. They rotated every 9. Tell me if you see. I know it froze up. We're going to see. What I'm going to do, I'm going to keep it where it's totally on the screen, okay? Put a 1 in the chat if you can hear me. Lil Rip say salute. Okay, salute to you. Thank you, Lil Rip. The internet's acting up, but I'm glad y'all coming in here. Put a 1 in the chat. Okay, so if it frees up a little bit, I'm going to keep my face off for now, okay? All right, so let's do this here. All right, now let's listen. Sorry about that. Let's listen more here.
As you can see, not all share the same moniker, but they're all military police and perform the same functions respective to their particular branch. As a whole, MPs enforce the laws on military installations, conduct base security.
So base security, enforce laws on the basis, such as giving people tickets, people commit crimes on base, traffic violations, the security of the base,
patrol, and may be called upon in certain combat situations overseas.
Yes, like I said, when we were in Desert Storm, I can't show my face. I'm thinking about even taking my image all the way off it now.
Regular police, on the other hand, are all civilians. They're not in the military, even if they happen to be a cop attached to a particular military base. They enforce the law on various levels, from federal, state, county, city, town, you name it. They enforce the laws of the United States based on their jurisdiction. When we speak of regular police, for simplicity's sake, we mean your average cop.
Oh, I just took myself off. I'm sorry. Sorry about that. I muted myself. Tell me if you can hear. All right. Let me know. Give me a thumbs up. I had stopped it and I was talking, but I can't talk to y'all if I take myself off, right? Let me know we okay. We okay? Put okay in the chat. Yeah, I turned my sound off. Sorry about that. All right, good. Let's go back to it.
While law enforcement does a plethora of things, if we boil things down to your standard patrol officer, police officers patrol, respond to incidents and emergencies, protect public safety, you get the deal. Okay, you know military police are police in the military, and regular police is police not in the military. If it were that simple, we'd be all said and done here. While it might sound like they're two completely different things, there's a lot of crossover in their day-to-day duties and responsibilities. Law enforcement is law enforcement, after all. Don't be surprised if you see an MP giving a service member a field sobriety test on base.
Wow, I remember a lieutenant colonel got arrested for a DUI when I was in Germany. I say, can a MP arrest a lieutenant colonel? That's crazy. Cop means constable or patrol, or copper as badge used to be made of copper metal. I didn't know that. You taught us something there. The DUIs.
If they get through the gate, that is. Just the same as you'd see a patrol officer giving one to a drunk driver on any given highway. If you go on base, you'll see MPs patrolling the streets and roads the same as you'd see your local town cop doing in your neighborhood.
Would you take a field sobriety test, even if you're sober? I wouldn't take one because you can fail it, in my opinion, even if I don't drink. But what if I have balance problems because of my knees hurt? Would you take a field sobriety test? Put a bottle in the chat if you would. Put no in the chat if you would not. Let us know.
Military bases are like little cities. There's schools, base housing, bars, grocery stores, you name it.
Think about that. They got bars on the base. I couldn't pass one. I did in 1986 at Camp Lejeune. So you can refuse them. Okay. I wouldn't take one. Just ask for the breathalyzer. That thing could be false reads. Go look on that. No. No, they're going to take my blood. So they make sure they know I ain't got nothing in there. Now let's see. So what happens if a soldier refused to take a breathalyzer? Or, active duty member, or reserve or National Guard? A Marine MP on duty acts with the authority of the commanding general of the base. I apprehended officers all the time. Wow. Was that not an awkward moment, the Saltillo Marine? I mean, what are you saying, sir, step out of the car? That's a lot of power for an MP. What's going on here? Is this the Twilight Zone? It was not drink driving. I was speeding. Lock them up. Wow. Not the officers. Who's going to lead the base? Sir, put your hands behind your back. Hold on. Saltillo Marine, do you have any guilt behind what you did? Did you feel guilty stopping officers and telling them to put their hands behind their back? Wow. All right, we back, family. Bear with us. If I put down it frozen, yes, it did. Now, fam, we back. Let's try to work through this here. So The badge was heavy at the time. Thank y'all. Now let's get back to it.
With lots of people coming and going, crime occurs everywhere, even on a military base.
Yes, it does. What kind of crimes did you see on the military base? Everybody, let us know, what type of crimes did you see on the military base?
MPs may respond to these same types of calls a cop out in town would.
Like domestic violence. I think I heard about the DUI of the lieutenant colonel. All right.
Domestic violence calls, DUIs, burglary, theft, active shooters, etc.
Which one have you seen any of these or more while you were on the military base? Let us know, fam. Let us know. Did you see any of these type of crimes? Betty say none. Jimmy Elmore say simple, drunk. Okay. None. I didn't really see anything. I heard about stuff. I hear nothing. Fort Hood, Texas was Compton, California. Wow. What's really happening, man? Wow. Thank y'all for y'all patience of hanging in there with us. Fort Hood was good times. Veterans say domestic. You see domestic. Now I heard about a domestic, okay? And it got kind of bad, okay? Mostly bar fights, domestic, DUI, etc. Basically, knuckleheads. Yes, indeed. Now, listen, I ain't heard that one in a while. A hashtag surviving Fort Hood. You out of control here, Will. Dan Charlton say officers busted for drug dealing? What? Officers stealing Navy funds? I've heard that before. Did they let that general out, or that admiral? Which one was he? I know he was. Let us know. Everybody show love to Veteran 31. Thank you for showing up in here. We appreciate you. Look like you familiar. Let us know if you've been there before. If it's your first time, let us know your branch of service and a country, state you're currently living in. We appreciate it. Let's continue.
They can even work undercover. While their duties overlap, we're sure you're wondering if they see the same amount of action.
So they had one working, not with me, one of my veteran brother in Virginia that was working and acting like Buddy, went back home to visit. He was trying to uncover a drug ring. And he was all buddy with him, go back home with him, to visit their family. And when he did the bust, he left the area. But he already knew, because his brother was in the military too. And his brother said, yeah, that guy, he's that. So they already knew. They moved him from base to base. He was undercover.
The simple answer is no. While every base, city, or town is different, on average, your typical law enforcement officer would respond to a higher frequency of calls than an MP would while patrolling on any given base. Think of it this way. We told you a military base is essentially its own town or city, where MPs reign supreme. But not every military base is like Chicago. There might be crime or incidents to respond to, but it generally is not the level that a lot of cops have to deal with. Also, military police only have jurisdiction on military installations. The moment they step out of the gates, they're now in the local PD's territory. There's no concurrent jurisdiction, which means that they are powerless the moment they step out of that gate. Now, obviously, if you commit a crime and drive off base, they will chase you until the local authorities take control of the situation. What else is different between MPs and the police? For starters, MPs enforce the Uniform Code of Military Justice.
All right, now that's key. That's what all of us fall under. So that means if we go to go before a military court, we under the USMC, the Uniform UCMJ, the Uniform Code of Military Justice. So that's why they filed it, the military police. Did y'all have to study that to know that the MPs? Did y'all have to? How did y'all learn? When y'all going through your tech school or AIT training. Talk about the E7 on Fort Hood who was pimping the young soldiers out. I heard about that. He was the Fort Hood sexual response officer. Wow. Wow. And they had they were doing that over at Fort Polk back in the day, back in the 70s. But it was the women off the base. They would send the soldiers over there from basic training. I heard about that. Wow. This is crazy.
Often referred to as the UCMJ, which is federal law enacted by Congress. It is the foundation of military law for the United States. If you're in the military, you're subject to this. Essentially, that means that if you're a service member doing something you're not supposed to on a military base, you can get arrested by violating the UCMJ. It's not just the UCMJ though, it's any crime. However, if you're a civilian on base, you're not subject to the UCMJ like a service member is. Now,
so if you are a civilian on a military base, you're not subject to the laws, but how do they deal with you? First, I'm going to pull my brother up, and I do apologize that I have to take my face off because I'm having some issues with my the live tonight, freezing up, and I apologize. Our brother, the Salty Marine says, we enforce the UCMJ and California state law and federal law. I have an associate degree in criminal justice and graduated MP Academy. If you graduated from the MP Academy, put a me in the chat. Put me, ME, in the chat. Congratulations. I always want to be something like that.
Don't get too excited. You're not going to get a free pass for speeding on a military base if you're a civilian.
No, they're talking about
Arrested by violating the UCMJ. It's not just the UCMJ though, it's any crime. However, if you're a civilian on base, you're not subject to the UCMJ like a service member is. Now don't get too excited. You're not going to get a free pass for speeding on a military base if you're a civilian. Just like how a regular cop can issue you a speeding ticket on the highway, an MP can issue you one for speeding on base. But what if a speeding ticket isn't enough for you? What if you're a civilian on base and commit a serious crime? The local police can't just come on base and arrest you because they don't have jurisdiction.
Now that's interesting. The regular, this is getting crazy. The regular, I say regular, but civilian police can't come on the base. They don't have jurisdiction. The military MP can't go off base because they don't have jurisdiction. Wow, this is something else. Let's talk about it.
But it's not like you'll serve jail time on a military base. You'll be detained and at some point handed over to the local PD. Now, if you are a service member, the MPs have more power over you. They would be the ones dealing with you. Depending on what you did, you might even get sent to the brig, which also has MPs, because some of them work in corrections. Essentially, the picture we're trying to paint here is that military police have way less power and jurisdiction over civilians. There's a thing called the Posse Comitatus Act, which bars federal troops from participating in civilian law enforcement except when expressly authorized by law. So
we just talked about that, didn't we? And our brother brought that up earlier. Huh?
Depending on what you did, you might even get sent to the brig, which also has MPs, because some of them work in corrections. Essentially, the picture we're trying to paint here is that military police have way less power and jurisdiction over civilians. There's a thing called the Posse Comitatus Act.
All right. Let's see what they're talking about here. Posse Comitatus Act. They pronounced it for me. People, I can't pronounce every word. Somebody told, you know what they said? They say, they told me I was illiterate. I told them because I learned how to read from your mother who only had a 3rd grade education and she gave me a 2nd grade. Wow. H-Town, he getting petty. Now listen, the Saltel Marines say, when we detain civilians on base for serious crimes, we turn them over to the FBI. Okay. Now listen to what Charlton said. I detained a civilian, DNS Pierre Norfolk, as a sentry took their camera. Oh, wow. Yes, indeed. Tell me what a sentry is, Charlton. That's some type, I know I've heard of it before, but I don't know what it is. Let us know.
Which bars federal troops from participating in civilian law enforcement except when expressly authorized by law, such as martial law or extreme emergencies. Even when a civilian is on a military base, military police can only exercise a certain amount of authority over them. And if an MP goes off base, they have no authority. It's important to note, however, that the PCA does not control the Coast Guard. They have express statutory authority to enforce the law on civilians.
What? I've learned something new here. So the Coast Guard can enforce laws on civilians. So here's one of those exceptions.
Additionally, National Guard MPs are usually able to participate in law enforcement if they're on official orders and if it's consistent with state law.
National Guard, that's what we're going to be talking about today.
The more you know. But let's say you're a service member off base. Does local law enforcement have less power over you? Not at all. You can be arrested and processed like any other civilian. Fun fact, if you're a service member and you get arrested for a drunk brawl at a bar, not only will you catch an assault charge, you'll get NJP'd back at your command. So it's double the punishment for those in the military. Stay out of trouble, kids.
Let me ask you, is that fair? That you get double punishment? Is double punishment fair? Oh, it's a guard. Oh, okay, yeah, you have enforcement duties. Is it fair to get double punishment, fam? I don't know why they got this guy in his uniform. That ain't
all copping and
let me take that off of that. Now listen, the Saltell Marines say the Coast Guard is not normally Department of Defense. They are Department of Transportation. Therefore, they are federal law enforcement. Wow. I'm not going to be messing with Coasty. I miss you, Coasty. You come back. I miss you, brother. This is my brother. Hope you okay.
MP can do a lot of the same stuff. Their training and careers are quite different. They might learn some of the same fundamentals in enforcing the law, but it's not like an MP can walk into a police department and get a badge, and vice versa. MPs are under a contractual obligation to the military, and will always be service members first, whereas cops are working a full-time job as employees.
So remember, MP is a service member first.
That means that a cop can quit at any time, whereas it's not so easy for an MP to pack up and go home.
No, because they are obligated.
Cops can also get overtime. MPs can't. As for how to become an MP or cop, the road you take will differ quite a bit. This even applies to the requirements. To become an MP, the minimum age is 18, and there's no college degree required. For cops, depending on what department or agency you join, you could be looking at a minimum age of 21, and a 2 to 4 year degree to go along with it.
Wow, they got degrees and everything now. Now look at what Charlton say. Worst part, I had to salute officers checking their ID. Okay, wow. Yeah.
If you meet the initial requirements to become a cop, you take a test and go to an academy, where every step in the training process revolves around teaching you how to be a cop. For MPs, you gotta go through boot camp first, which has nothing to do with the job you'll be doing later. Remember how we said MPs are service members first, MPs second? There's a variety of things you'll be expected to know and learn outside of your job as an MP.
For those that were MPs in the military, was it hard to balance your MP duties with being a service member at the same time? Was there ever any contradiction between the two? I'm afraid to pull my picture up because it might freeze, fam.
Career progression is also significantly different in both of these lines of work. For example, a patrol officer can work in that same capacity for 20, 30 years and retire just fine, or they can elect to become a detective, take the sergeant's exam, or rank up as much as they desire. In the military, you gotta rank up or get out, and the higher you rank up, the less hands-on you are. That means you won't be patrolling for 10 plus years like a cop can. The longer you stay in, the more likely you are to be doing administrative work.
We were hated by everyone, LL. I hate to hear that. I know you laughed about it. Now, did they have detectives in the MPs or not? Or they turned the detective work over to other people?
And speaking of career progression, in any MP's career, they'll be expected to move around a lot more than your average cop. Since there are military bases everywhere, including overseas, MPs can be anywhere in the country or anywhere in the world. Cops, on the other hand, don't move around as much. Obviously, federal and state cops are subject to moving around, and a few feds might deploy overseas, but generally cops stay close to home. With that said, ever wonder why we have federal, state, and local police? What's the point of that?
I know why we have federal, state, why local. That there are three branches. Let's see.
Or what if you're interested in learning more about MPs of the US military? Well, you just
Okay, let's see. So we have everybody show love to Benny Gino. Say my extended duties included shore patrol, doing port calls. We had absolutely no authority and our main objective was to get our shipmates safely back to the ship when things ran awry. Now listen, and fam, sometimes the writing is small, depends on if I shrink the screen, so be patient with me, because I got several screens open at one time. Charlton say, I hated checking Navy SEALs in civilian clothes with their long hair beards, no squared away sailor. And you think did they flex with that? Did you run into combat, Timby? Listen, the Saltillo Marines say Naval Investigative Services and Central Investigative Department did the detective work. Thank you so much. Everybody show love to Benny G. We're gonna call him Benny G. Come on, fam, let's get to it. Now let's see what they said. We're almost done with this video, but I appreciate y'all so much.
Overseas, but generally cops stay close to home. With that said, ever wonder why we have federal, state, and local police? What's the point of that? Or what if you're interested in learning more about MPs of the US military? Well, you just hit the jackpot. We've done videos on both. Go check them out. The links to them will be in the description below.
Go check out the videos on the channel. Really appreciate y'all doing that. Not fair use, and thank you for putting out this wonderful information. Go check out.
Well, that is the down and dirty of military police versus police. If you learned something from this video, make sure to give us a like and subscribe to our channel.
Please go over there, like and subscribe to the channel. We would appreciate it. The channel is General Discharge, okay? And they got 378,000 subscribers. We want them to grow. Go. I already subscribed. Family, thank you. So we say hello from Neil Step. Thank you for joining us, Neil Step. I did subscribe to them. Okay. Yeah, subscribe to them, family, because I like the information that's put out. And that's help because, like I say, we got to build each other up. Sage Town, but you're under 3,000 subscribers. Yeah, but we got to help everybody. Because we're going to be blessed because H-Town going to break it down over here anyway. Now, let's see. Family, did we do that thing? All right. No, it ain't nothing wrong. I just, I took that off. Now, family, we did that one. Okay. We want to say we appreciate y'all on that. Now, let's get back to what we're talking about. Now, we talked about that military police. Did we do it? Now, what's next then, H-Town? H-Town, you talked about that military police. What's next? Well, we're going to talk about the news. Veteran and military news. All right, let's get into it, family. Are y'all ready to do this here? I told you we're going to have a news segment. And we're going to cover this thing. We're going to go full on this thing. Let's see. So what's first? Let's see what we got. Okay, first we're going to talk about there was a situation, okay? And that situation was the National Guard, what they did to this veteran that wasn't in the military no more. I'm all right. Good to know. Thank you so much. No clarinet. Now let's see. Here we go. Let me make this bigger where I can see it. Assault claim against National Guard. This is going to be the first news story. A retired, give me a second. A retired U.S. Army captain filed a $3 million legal claim alleging she was wrongfully tackled and detained by Idaho National Guardsmen, because remember, the National Guard, we just cleared that they can act as law enforcement outside of base, limited basis, outside her Washington, D.C. home. They went to her house. Why they all up in her Kool-Aid like that? Somebody let me know. Huh? Somebody let me know. Huh? We about to talk about this thing because they came to the house, and we gonna show you the tape, and you let us know how you feel about that thing. All right? Fair use, family. This is for informative and educational purposes only. All right? And we're going to watch the video. Now, there is a pause in the video, but she said because the camera is motion sensitive. So when she was sitting still, it stopped before they got there. Then it picked up when they came up on her. Because they saying, well, where's the rest of the video? I don't know if they had a video, Now, let's see. Family, I got a few videos here, so be patient with me. We want to make sure this thing. Oh, and let me get myself off the screen. Hopefully it don't freeze. We're going to work with this. All right. There we go. All right, give me a second. Fair use is education and informative purposes only. We're making sure we get past the commercial here. And we thank you for coming in, being in your information. Yes, indeed. Let me get to y'all comments here, and we thank you. New tonight at 5. So we got Benny G says we had batons mostly to keep the drunken sailor in line. We handled our own. Okay, there you go. Now, fam, let's see what happened. Well, we just told you the case we just told you about. Now we're gonna watch it. Oh, it made me do the whole thing. I didn't want to do the whole thing. So here we go. We're gonna have to watch it little by little here. So fair use family, let's share the screen. Okay, it did it better that time. Thank you. Okay. Here we go, family. I want y'all to put speakers in the chat if y'all can hear it. They were all men. Okay. If you can hear, we're about to do it now. All right. That ain't what I was supposed to do. All right. I'm going to come to myself. Then I'm going to bring it on stage. Okay. Had to do this here. So this me this time, family. It ain't the computer. Let's do it.
A military veteran has filed a legal claim against the Idaho National Guard.
She's accusing them of assaulting her outside her home in D.C. Sarah Robinson spoke with this Guard member. She joins us now live with more on the new filing, the newly released video, and some allegations from the other side. So, Sarah, bring us up to date on all of this.
Well, I actually met with Anna King outside her home in DC today. She did not want to talk with me on camera, but she was wearing a cast on her arm, and it's clear that she's still recovering and says she's still recovering from this incident. The ACLU, on her behalf, filed this legal claim accusing 3 National Guard members of assaulting her outside of her home, leaving her with serious injuries. She is now seeking $3 million because of it.
Now, they don't have no context to, they just mentioned it. Hopefully they get more detail here. Of course, I saw some of it. Now, look, that's them. This is, I think, her camera from Over House, Washington, D.C. Y'all can hear. Okay, everything's good on the sound. Thank you. They're all men. Were they men? No, they were all men. Oh, real? They aren't men, Ella? No, they are men. These 3 National Guard, I think, are men. The captain, the veteran, that was a captain of the military. She, that's a woman. Now listen.
This Ring camera video provided by the ACLU starts by showing.
So it shows her here, but if you sit still from what she said about that camera, it's gonna freeze. You see what I'm saying? It stopped motion. When they come up, I guess it picks back up from what she said.
King sitting on her front porch on New York Avenue. Then it cuts to 3 National Guard members standing there, and you can hear her arguing with them. The video appears to stop in the middle. We don't know how much of this interaction was cut leading up to the altercation, but the claim says these guardsmen walked up to her and said they were detaining her, but didn't show a warrant or explain why she was being detained. We do hear her yell at the guardsmen not to touch her and to get off her property. The claim, under the Federal Tort Claims Act, says they grabbed her and shoved her face down onto the concrete, handcuffed her tightly, and squatted on her for about 8 minutes until MPD arrived to assist.
8 minutes? How do y'all feel? Is this excessive, or she should have complied? How y'all feel about this? 8 minutes? This is a female, I know she's a veteran, but God dog, 8 minutes? I don't know. I don't know how to take this, I don't know if I would have reacted differently. I don't know how y'all feel about it.
This has been a traumatic incident for Miss King. Physically traumatic because the handcuffs the guard placed on her were so tight that they cut into her ligaments and required surgery.
The National Guard said they were detaining King for her alleged role in a May 6th incident, in which they accused her of pouring a liquid on 3 guardsmen, soaking their uniforms. Court documents say all 3 guardsmen identified King as the person they believed was responsible. No criminal charges have been.
So they say they feel she was responsible for pouring liquid on some National Guardsmen. Let's see here. Hold on. Okay. On Friday, May 8th, 2026, approximately 18:30 hours for you civilians, that'll be 6:30 p.m. The unassigned officers responded to a call for service to assist the National Guards who had one subject detained at 65 New York Avenue. What is that? NW. New York Avenue. Okay. An investigation revealed that a V1, V2, I don't know what that is, who are National Guard members who had a prior knowledge of an assault, okay, that occurred on Wednesday, May the 6th, 2026, involving another 3 additional National Guard members when V1 and V1 went, I guess that's what they represent them as, went to detain S1. S1 struck V1 in the chest shoulder area, then kicked V1 in the groin area. Wow. And declined V1 and V2 declined any medical, these are National Guards, any medical attention on the scene. S1 was placed under arrest for assault of a police officer and transported to the 3rd District for processing. What is up here? Is that fair? In Washington, D.C., she had a placard. She was a troublemaker. She was a troublemaker. Yeah, she was in DC. This is wrong. Okay. That was excessive. She's in a cast now. I don't know. That's what I'm asking. Contact. I need to know, family. I need some help. I don't know how to look at this. Let's see what our brother, the Saltillo Marine, says. When National Guard troops are controlled by the state governor, they can enforce civilian law. Okay. When they are federalized, then pars competus, I can't say that word that good, applies. This is very fishy, however. Do it seem like retaliation? Normal procedure, okay. They won't even say the National Guardsman name.
King is the person they believed was responsible. No criminal charges have been filed for the alleged liquid incident on.
So her pouring the liquid, no charges were filed, but they filing charges for this altercation here.
May 6th. But police documents say she was charged with assaulting 2 guardsmen during this altercation on her front porch 2 days later.
The fact that they have.
But this is confusing. If they're not going to charge her for the initial throwing liquids on the National Guardsman, how are they going to charge her for this when this results from that? Man, that's kind of confusing to me. You should be charging her for both unless you didn't have enough evidence. And did she have the responsibility to comply? Martial law. Wow, Charlton.
Haven't here for the May 6th incident speaks volumes about what really occurred that day.
The ACLU says King was targeted for her vocal opposition to the National Guard being in D.C.
We see no other reason for.
Okay, so National Guard, are they still in D.C.? Somebody let me know. She was protesting because they was in, she didn't like the National Guard being in D.C. And she's a citizen of the District of Columbia, D.C. The Saltillo Marines say this sounds like private payback instead of a legitimate arrest. Civilian cops should have made the arrest because they made it's almost like personal, huh? I'm not saying that's the case. Everybody's opinion matters here, but I'm just wondering, was that even the right person? Wow. They didn't give her the charge for the initial incident. So will we ever know? They getting her for this, the resistance that was based on the initial incident.
The guards to have targeted Miss King, besides her speech, her criticism, her exercise of her rights.
Outside King's home, banners criticizing the National Guard remain displayed. The ACLU attorney, Michael Perloff, told me the ring camera video provided by King is complete and unedited. He says the only jump cut occurred because the ring camera briefly stopped recording, which he believes was due to its motion detection settings.
She said, you have absolutely no authority to detain me. Did they have the authority? Put yes in the chat. If they didn't have the authority, you feel, put no in the chat. What's your opinion?
King's next court date is scheduled for August 11th. Of course, we will be updated and keep you at home updated on both the criminal case unfolding and the civil case as well.
So the civil case, she's suing for $3 million. Fam, what they really want from us? Somebody let me know. If military come up to my house or your house, you tell them you're not going to be triggered. Y'all know if they come, they come up, going to have me sweating like a prostitute in church. What I do? I'm not going back. Oh, it say yes by president order. Okay, so it's the law. Now listen to what the Saltillo Marine says. National Guard doesn't investigate or prosecute alleged crimes. They had no reason to be there. They were standing up for the other ones other fellow soldiers. Would you fight? They better give me a legitimate reason. I don't know. I don't know. They coming up on me like that. They better start talking quick. And before they get close to them, I'm like, whoa, don't touch me. Oh man, but I want to be a citizen, I'm conflicted here, family. What's going on? What should we do? Somebody tell me what we should do. This is really unnerving. Now, family, that's it? No. Let's go to the second news story. I don't know what I'm doing. Fam, let's go to this second news story. And this dealing with somebody outside a federal building. Family, this is getting wild. Did you hear what I'm saying? I don't know what's going on with this dude. This dude outside the building, cutting up. So let's see this here. Y'all wasn't supposed to see that. Oh, family, I just got everything going on, family. When I make it small, it's hard to do things. So y'all forgive me, okay? All right, now let's go to this one here. Now we're going to go to the second one. The second one is this. Hold on. Is that a commercial? All right. All right. Now this guy, we're going to get to it here. The second one say NY. This is the second news story. NYC federal building incident. An ex-soldier, I guess you could call him a veteran, right? Faces federal charges after allegedly starting a fire and firing a pellet gun outside of a federal building in New York City. Let's see what happened, fam. Y'all ready for this? Ah, boy, they messing with me heavy here. They messing with me heavy. All right, now let's get to it. As we said before, family, fair use only. All right, let me get myself. So I'm gonna switch around a little bit. Be patient because I got to do it this way. Here we go, family. Now let's. Oh, now look what he's doing. It's about a little under 2 minutes. And let me know what you can say. The Army lady was white and the National Guard knew they could get away with that. Why do you think they felt like they could get away with it? Why were they bullying her? Because it's like a straight up target. She looked like she was just minding her business in front of her house. Always show respect. Okay. Yeah, I'll show respect. And I hope they don't touch me. I'm gonna try to be good, depending on what they're there for. Now, family, look at this gentleman in the lower. Oh, this is getting on my nerves. In the lower right-hand corner. Now, watch this guy. This is the second story. You see him? He got something like fireworks. And watch the people passing by. This ain't no sound for this. Lady just passed by. Got like some fireworks. This in front of a federal building, fam. Did you know about this? Let us know if you heard about this incident. Fair use, fair use. Look at all this stuff he got fired off. And they just walking by. What's really going on? And once he got it. Yes, this happened recently, family. Look, he's shooting you can't tell it's not a regular gun. It's a pellet gun or something, right? Now he's going with gasoline. Surveillance footage released Wednesday by the U.S. Attorney Office shows a former U.S. Army shooting off fireworks and starting a fire and shooting a pellet gun in Manhattan Federal office building before he was subdued Monday morning. Jim Elmore said this is normal in New York. The people just walk by as he doing all this stuff. Now look at this joker. What in the world he got on? What this dude got going on? My Lord. That's normal? That too? And the people just riding like ain't nothing happened. Look at this joker. Now people running. Here come law enforcement. Bam. He fighting the law enforcement. The Army vet got problems. Yeah. He was asking for it. Some say he got problems. All right. That's it on that. Now, let's see here. How y'all feel? Does he have problems or was he asking for it, fam? Somebody let us know. Jimmy Elmore say he was asking for it. Charlton say he got problems. All right. Now, family, this stuff, I don't know. I'm just telling, I'm reporting the news. This stuff is going on as we speak. Huh? Now let's get some more information. They done got him. Let's see what's going on. Let me get y'all comments first. Betty says Army vet was trying to make sure he was going to get his 100% for mental health. My Lord, mental health issues for sure, of course. He said, make sure you say it's going to be his evidence. You know you can, and we're not encouraging anybody doing anything. But if you have any criminal charges or something, and if it's related to your military service, you can use it as evidence. Mental health for sure from Benny G. Okay. We used to say guys like this were, what do they call it? Some touched in the head. Now, Charlton say, true shipmate Betty Bob's people. Now, family, fair use. We're going to look at what's going on with him now. All right. Hopefully it don't go to commercial, so give me a second. Fair use. Let me see if it don't go to commercial. Oh my. Yeah, somebody's talking, somebody video. Oh my Lord. Okay. Here we go, fam.
Oh my God!
This is what the FBI called an anti-government attack. Watch a man douse a stairwell at the federal building in Lower Manhattan with gasoline, ignite it with fireworks, and run off, leaving flames and...
He almost set himself afire. You see them flames by his feet? The man gotta have some kind of problem.
Black smoke climbing the facade. From this angle, you can see the suspect throwing an object into the inferno, then running away, wearing a combat-style helmet. One officer immediately trying to wrestle him to the ground, and then... an explosion before the suspect, identified as 43-year-old former Army Private Andrew Arabaca, is tackled at the scene and taken into federal custody.
Fireworks have been extinguished. The detainee has been taken away by federal police.
The building was attacked. Mr. Arabaca was looking to injure people and harm people.
The FBI said the suspect fired...
Do you think he was trying to injure and harm people? What say you? Some people walked past him. He didn't do nothing to him, but he was creating a dangerous situation. So what do you think his ultimate goal was? Is this an act of terror? Let us know.
Multiple rounds from a pellet gun toward the building before dumping gasoline from an orange bucket.
Well, I heard a series of very loud explosions. I actually thought they were not fireworks because they were markedly louder than normal fireworks.
Authorities say both the bucket and 2 airsoft guns were recovered at the scene, along with other items that led them to conclude Arabaca came with bad intentions.
He had 2 axes, a hammer, a machete.
2 axes, a hammer, and a machete. He was making a statement. What was he planning with those 2 axes, a hammer, and a machete? Was he going to work on the building? Was he planning on do some repairs on the federal building? Come on. Now, he was just a loony not an attacker per se. Yeah, because he don't seem very organized, and we don't condone nothing that nobody does. Not terror. He wanted attention. Fool. Say he was a fool. Now he's going to get that 100% mental health care. You crazy. Benny G say he's going to get 100% mental health care in jail. He going to get that in jail, huh? Let's see what they have to say.
And 3 knives, fixed blade knives, 6 incendiary devices or fireworks, and he had some other destructive items.
And this wasn't standard fireworks. These seem like some high, high grade fireworks. And he had 6 knives, family.
The alleged attacker was an Army soldier from 2001 to 2005 and worked as a mechanic on Patriot missile systems.
He did say.
So he worked as a mechanic on Patriot missile systems, systems. Patriot missiles systems. Okay. Never said that before. 100%. And we still put in our clear claims and get denied. Do you think he could use this toward his claim?
He was targeting the building, and he was okay if he hurt or killed people going in and out of the building, whether they were federal employees or civilians.
The building houses immigration court and has been a focal point of protests over President Trump's immigration crackdown. Among the 3 people hurt in Monday's incident, an immigrant waiting for a naturalization hearing and 2 government employees. Police said they found signs the suspect was anti-ICE.
Also affixed to the suspect's cart was a sign reading "ICE off our streets."
Now, the Homeland Security.
So he's making a political statement too.
Security Secretary said the suspect appeared to suffer from mental illness. Charges are now pending.
Hold on. You heard what they said. He appears to suffer from mental illness. Somebody said it. Come on now. Is there a case for benefits after he get do his time? Now listen, I'd be checking those missiles he worked on. His head is full of squirrels. Lord. We don't condone none of this, but I'm saying, Lord, this is something else here. Wow, family. Now let's get back to it. Now, the third one, the women's veterans. We're going to talk about, and I'm going to just read through these here. We're going to go over the Women's Veteran Summit. Those first 2 was clear. You keep chatting. They had the VA Center for Women's Veterans hosted its first Southwest Regional Women's Veterans Enrollment Summit. Over 600 women veterans were directly connected with healthcare enrollment and benefit resources. Okay, now, and you saw me something going on, I think, in Pennsylvania, Charlton. We're going to talk about that next time. Now they say stolen loony. Stolen Looney Valley. Oh, Lord. It's confirmed. Okay, yes, indeed. 100% get the claim approved quicker than you can blink. Wow. But he better get out of this legal charges first. Now, listen. He can't get his benefits in file form while he's incarcerated. Now, listen. We're going to talk also about the Pat Tillman, they honoring him. The House passed a bill officially renaming the San Jose Clinic in California, San Jose Clinic, after the late veteran and NFL star Pat Tillman. I had his documentary, I showed, I had a lot of respect for him, but I hate that happened to him. He friendly fire in I think either Afghanistan, or Iraq. Somebody let me know. Then we're going to talk again because this has been military scam spike. Experts issues a warning after military families lost how much? $584 million to fraud. Veterans are urged to look out for fake rental listings, predatory high cost loans. They try to do that to me. And illegal VA benefit payouts that demand upfront fees. Okay, we back. All right. So apologize for that. It happened again. May have to get some more RAM. All right, we back, family. Thank y'all for your patience. We got George. George, we've been having a little technical difficulty, George, so we do apologize. Everybody show love to George. George. Ship made the true. He made the 6:30 news. Yes. We back. We froze, but we back, family. Everybody show love to George. Now, family, we're going to talk now about, let's see. Which one we're going to do, because we've been having little issues here. Let's talk about the Pat Tillman situation here. All right. They honoring Pat Tillman. We appreciate that. All right. They're honoring Pat Tillman. All right. Let's get it up on the screen here. Everybody say hi to George. We appreciate that. Yes, indeed. Tillman was in Afghanistan. Okay. Thank you for letting me know. And thank y'all for your patience. I sure don't like this. Very seldom happens, but we having technical difficulties. So family, fair use, fair use, fair use. There we go. All right. Now let's see what we got here. This is going to be a little different. Let me see. Can I get the, I got to get the sound right, family. I got to see where the sound's at. I can't find the sound. Let me see. Can I find the sound? Let's see what the sound is. Oh. All right. There go the sound. All right. Let's start this over. And they're honoring Pat Tillman. And so let's get to that. I'm honoring Pat Tillman. We appreciate that. Yes, indeed. For those who don't know, Pat Tillman was an NFL player, very good NFL player in the National Football League, and he stopped his career to go join the military, and unfortunately, he was a casualty over in Afghanistan. Honors to him and his brother who served, and blessings to his family. So friendly fire, victim or hero, that I don't know. That's rough. He was doing his job, and they was just walking back from somewhere. They were just walking, and somebody just opened fire on them. Other friendly, it was something. I had a documentary, and I don't know where it is on one of my old devices, but it was very interesting. Now, family, let's look them honoring him. There he is right there. He was, I think, a specialist. Can you believe that? And he did not want them using his military career. If he passed away, he did not want them using that to promote anything. You know, he just did it from his heart. Now, Benny G said both Berto for leaving his career to fight and victim of tragic circumstances. Yes, yes, indeed. He was, making millions of dollars. He's very good. Just unfortunate family, you know. But he wants to serve his country, and we appreciate that. So let's see, they're honoring him here. Let me make sure I got it from the start. All right.
Bay Area military hero and football star Pat Tillman. The House of Representatives passed a bipartisan bill. It renames the San Jose Veterans Administration Outpatient Clinic after Tillman. He was born in Fremont. He starred at Leland High School and Arizona State before signing a lucrative contract with the Arizona Cardinals in the NFL. But the 9/11 terror attacks inspired him to leave the NFL and join the Army Rangers. He was killed by friendly fire in Afghanistan in 2004. South Bay Congressman Jimmy Panetta authored the bill, saying the nation should recognize Tillman's service and his ultimate sacrifice.
We must always be reminded of his patriotism, of his passion, and yes, we must always be reminded that we must always progress as a nation.
And California Senator Adam Schiff introduced a companion bill in the U.S. Senate. Pat Tillman was posthumously awarded the Silver Star and Purple Heart.
Yeah, I just like this. From what I could gather, from what I heard, he kept a low profile. Unfortunately, this happened. He wasn't out there, showboating or nothing. Unfortunately, family, he passed away, but it happens. We know how it is in the military, and prayers to his family. Oh man! Now, let's get over to the next one here, fam. And we've been having a little problem here and now. So please be patient with us. We talk about the women. I didn't have a video for the women's conference. But I do have a video dealing with this. So let's listen. Oh, there you go. Let's see. Purple Heart, even though not enemy fire. That's kind of we back, so let's just be patient with us. So now we're gonna go ahead and start this next video, and this is going to deal with talking about these cases of be careful of the fraud that's out there. Okay, really want y'all to be careful, and I hope y'all enjoy it. I apologize for the technical difficulties tonight. Let me see. So they want you and your families to beware. That's the first one. Of the scams that are going on out there, okay? All right, fair use, family, fair use, fair use. This is for informative and educational purposes only. And thank you, family, because I have to move around through different pages, so thank y'all. Fair use. Let's see what they're talking about, this fraud going on with them.
Well, July is Military Consumer Protection Month, and consumer advocates are warning service members, veterans, and their families to be on high alert for scams.
So put a speakers in the chat, or the word speaker, if y'all can hear. I know we had a little disconnection there for a second. Put speakers in the chat. Let us know. All right, let's listen because we never know. I apologize for the breakup because you know the fading out and everything, but let's get to it. All right, let's see what's going on. It was tragic that the military covered up the truth for weeks, falsely telling Tillman family that he had been killed by the enemy. Yeah, I remember that. Unfortunate, trying to make it. And the last thing he wanted was to be seen as, you know, trying to use him as propaganda. All right, let's get to it.
They ramp up at this time of the year. It's a pattern that the Better Business Bureau has been tracking. They ramp up at this time. Well, Protection Month, and consumer advocates are warning service members, veterans, and their families to be on high alert for scams. They ramp up at this time of year. It's a pattern that the Better Business Bureau has been tracking for several years.
It's summertime, people are moving, people need to deploy, they need to move fast. So rental properties that are cloned or hijacked to make it look like the rental property are, unfortunately, they use them against these service members.
The Better Business Bureau reporting that the military community has lost an estimated $584 million over the last several years.
I think the message here is they're using military words and language that are.
Oh, look at that, family. Everybody show love. Look at it, say, for the RAM fund. I'm going to put, hey, y'all put something on the RAM. Y'all know I got $200 worth of RAM. So y'all he put something toward it. I'll order some more RAM because I got 2 more slots that I need to fill in. That's for the RAM fund. Remember, it was working good for the last 2 months. But I guess more technology. Look at it. Thank y'all for the donation there everybody show love to George Joy for the RAM fund. We're going to put something on it. Thank you so much. And everybody show love to Neil Stepp. I'm sorry if I didn't get to say. Family, when we putting out this good information, y'all see how stuff slow up? It will help. That's right. That's what I'm going to use it for. Next time because y'all been donating all them little jewels and stuff y'all give me, that help out. Because I used to have to do all this stuff out of pocket. Thank y'all for being such a blessing. Now listen to what our sisters say. Thank you so much for the beautiful and lovely blessing. Yes, indeed. Thank you, George. That makes me think we doing something right because I feel so bad tonight that, I ain't going to say so bad, somewhat bad, that it ain't been working. We had good information. Remember when we were doing it at first, we had all 20-something people in here. Family, let's do this thing. Yes, it did. Now, let's see.
Are usually designed for families and vets and those serving. I'll give you an example. All ranks approved is a term we see a lot with military loans.
Watch out that they tell you all ranks approved, veterans first, and all this here stuff. Now, if it's Champ VA, they'll take the Champ VA, healthcare places. But have you ever had any problems with them trying to take advantage of you when you're trying to get a car loan or anything as a veteran? Have you ever seen somebody try to shake you down financially as a veteran?
Things that, typically are saved for military members. Many times they're using VA benefits, veterans benefits to back some of these loans or these kinds of offers.
Some of those scams include high-cost military loans, veterans benefits buyout plans, misleading car sales.
Did you hear what I said? This is the news reporting this, so I'm not making it up. I said it can't be true. Yes, it is. I blew my mind because they trick them. We're going to show another company going to show how they do that. Buyout plan. So they're going to buy your VA disability from you.
So these kinds of offers.
Some of those scams include high-cost military loans, veterans benefits buyout plan.
Veteran benefit buyout plan. They're going to buy out your VA compensation monthly check and they're going to give you a lump sum payment. You better watch out.
Misleading car sales and fake rental listings. Jason Mesa with the Better Business Bureau says they've been visiting local bases, talking to new recruits about the scams that could happen when they are getting their first car or first credit card.
Okay, while they're in, that's good. They're doing it. Who going to have some of this for veterans, H-Town? Who going to cover this for veterans? Hopefully somebody on the at the VA will cover some of these frauds to help the veterans that go to the, to the VA hospital and that's locked at home. Man, say Neil Stepp say, George, you a good dude. Thank you. It's a blessing, family. You see what he blessed them? I appreciate you. That's why I say you ain't got to hustle nobody. You do right by people. God will bless you. And so will your fellow veterans.
Just remember, there are some key messages that applies to anybody, not just military members, but never pay anything up front. If it sounds too good to be true, it probably is. And protect your personal information like it was the money in your wallet.
Man, listen to him.
Yeah.
They cut him off. Now, here's some of the resources. Family, are you seeing this here? Militaryconsumer.gov. These are resources for military families and veterans you can use to help protect yourself. MilitaryOneSource.mil. Verify all this information now. Homes.mil, VA.gov, and the BBB.org, the Better Business Bureau. Man, yeah, they getting them because you about to deploy. We're going to get you, put this down payment on this apartment. Ain't no real apartment for the active duty members. Active duty members getting credit cards, that's crazy. Yeah. Family, is this wild or what? Family, y'all think we playing over here? Family, we making sure this thing is right. Now we about to get to it here. This gentleman, the first part of this video, this is a officer organization, and I appreciate them too. All right, let's get it here. All right, fair use, family. This is for educational and informative purposes only. Now put speakers in the chat if you can hear. Let's see what you're saying here. How can they buy out a veteran's benefit? That does not make sense. Well, they're going to explain something here. They don't actually buy it out. They get you with some upfront fees. They get you with they they get you trapped. Try to get it. Don't make sense. Now let's see what this retired officer. They got the name of the organization. What is the name of this organization? He gonna say it. In Military Officers Something Association. But listen, let's go over it.
Headlines from around the uniformed services. And now headlines from around the uniformed services community, presented by the Military Officers Association of America.
Put speakers on if you can hear that. So George, that's what we here to break down. We do the research for you so we can understand these things. You understand? We're not giving you garbage. We're giving you the real information. Now, can you hear? Okay, now listen. George, listen closely, fam. Listen closely. Okay. Huh? It's time to do a little ear hustling right now.
Military consumers reported $684 million in fraud losses to the Federal Trade Commission in 2025. Recently, multiple states and nonprofit groups have issued warnings about benefits buyout scams.
Yes, Charlton, he is a military officer. You can trust him. So he talking about the buyout scams. Listen.
Bad actors targeting veterans who are receiving a VA pension, disability compensation, or other service earned benefit.
So you might be getting a pension, you might be getting a VA compensation, or other benefits related to military service. Listen.
The scammers offer a lump sum to the veteran who signs over their long-term benefit in exchange.
Now,
that might seem like a good deal for a veteran facing short-term financial.
Hold on. Just what, like, I'm thinking like George, how can they sign over? Because federal law prevents it. We talked about it. But listen to what's going on here.
Who signs over their long-term benefit in exchange?
I need to go back.
Their service earned benefit. The scammers offer a lump sum to the veteran.
A lump sum for their VA compensation. Listen.
Who signs over their long-term benefit in exchange. What might seem like a good deal for a veteran facing short-term financial difficulties can prove very costly in the long term.
So they're going to get you by you signing some type of contract or deal. And that's where they're going to trip you up at.
Under most deals, the veteran loses more than half of the value of their benefit.
So they got you. They're not going to get your benefit. They're going to lose half the value. They're going to count it. We're going to give you this much for it. And they're going to say, hey, they owe me this money. I don't know how they do it legally, but they got one trick they use where they get you to take out a life insurance policy. Did you hear me? So that's how they get around getting it, and it's payable to them. Family, you better watch out for this game. Veterans being targeted. Listen to what Benny G say. Veterans being targeted for decades because we often have steady, reliable income backed by the federal government. Veterans are a lucrative financial target. Unfortunately, that's the case. High monthly loan rate. Now look at the pimp game, what H-Town told you last time. Listen to me. I told you if they getting your benefits, they getting it with no interest. But when you get that lump sum, they gonna tax it. And now you gotta pay taxes on the lump sum, or ever how much they give you. It ain't gonna be the full amount. Hold up. If someone asks me to sign over my benefits, I'm going to look at them cross-eyed. But what if you're in a desperate situation? All right. One moment, please. We back. I'm sorry about that. You right. Major credit cards been doing this since 1983. Long sharks. Yes. Come on now. And even though they can't take your compensation, usually veterans like to pay for what they get. Now listen to what he says.
Worse yet, some scammers won't come clean about the larger tax bill veterans could face from the lump sum payout.
So they're going to give you this lump sum and you obligated. And they get that insurance policy on the side. And so they get this insurance policy in the amount of what? In the amount of your benefits. Come on now, in case you don't want to pay them or something like that. So what happens when the VA reduces your benefits and you already sold them? LOL. Oh, God. I never thought about that. George, why you come? Wow. What if you get reduced from 100% to 50%? My Lord. Are you still obligated to pay them the amount? Wow. Oh, boy. I don't know. That's going to be on them or what? Now, listen what Benny G say. 71% of the Earth's surface is covered by water. Lots of sharks in those waters. So different type of sharks are attacking veterans in different ways. Listen. H-Town did the research, so you didn't have to.
Others attach unnecessary fees or other financial products, insurance plans, for instance, as part of the deal.
So fees, they get you on the fee, upfront fees. They get you on the insurance, the life insurance. I don't know exactly how it works, but that's what's going on. They get the insurance policy, so if you pass, they get the money back anyway. Huh? If you pass before, wow. If your VA disability stops because you pass away, they already got an insurance policy getting the money back. Man, so they don't have to go to the VA. So at veteran death, they get money. Yeah, oh, that's right. Yes, they do. Unfortunately, yes. All they got to do is get the vet to sign that 360 life insurance deal. Wow.
So how do you avoid these scams? Don't be pressured into signing anything without reading it thoroughly.
Don't be pressured. Can we convince veterans not to do this? Family, do you think before hearing this, would you have fallen for something like this? Because I'd be like, hold on. That don't make sense. How you going to get I'm going to sell my benefits to you?
Have your financial advisor or a trusted friend or relative look over.
I have no trusted friend or relative. They're not an expert. I'm going to get somebody outside the family side of the game, friend side of the game. I'm going to one, then another professional, because some of them are crooks too.
For any offers and do your homework on the lender and on other financial options that could offer short-term relief without long-term losses. Visit moa.org/scams for more fraud prevention resources. Following a candid and wide-ranging.
All right, fam, I appreciate them for that. Go over there and follow them and learn more, about what their organization. It's an officer organization, but I appreciate what they did. Now, family, this is something else. These people are sick. These people target not only veterans, but elderly on disability and pension. Yeah. So you get the lump sum payment, but it's being taxed heavily. They got an insurance policy on you or made you pay a whole bunch of upfront fees, so they getting the money right back. I don't know exactly how it worked, but it sounds like a whole bunch of chicanery to me. Man, what we gonna do with this thing? Huh? In the words of DMX, what they really want from us? Our money, our personal information, then our money. I don't know, but it's... Now, fam, the last one we're going to talk about is taking care of yourself, because this can cause a lot of depression. Say, for all you know, employees been taking our policies for years, giving a little for spouses burial payment. Yeah, we don't know. So, fam, now let's see here.
Not 44%, but just
give me a second. I got
the latest numbers from the.
All right, now hopefully it don't freeze up. If it does, be patient with us. So, family, we talked about that. We talked about them 360 deals. Hold on, what's that right there? We talk about these scams. Be careful of these scams out here. First thing they want is your personal information. Your personal information. Yeah, they definitely do. Now, listen. Guard your personal information. Don't give it to them, especially your personal medical information. If you fill out an insurance policy with these people, they're going to have access to your personal information, your healthcare information. Am I lying? Capitalism sucks. Wow. And scamming is worse. Watch out for the trick bags, the setups, family. Be careful out here. Watch out for the traps, the money traps. Because you're not the only one. Remember, what we receive is public. They know what a veteran that is 100%, 10% to 100% gets. So that makes you a target. And they say tax-free? I can do something with that. Let me get that off your hands. Now, family, let's talk about suicide prevention. Now, this is the other one there's been race going on with that. With that, and we talked about it. I think I had it on there. That hold on, let me see. Did I cover that? Give me a second here. Let me see. Okay, let's see. Nah, that's not what I'm talking about. Give me a second here, fam. Give me a second here. I want to talk about the okay, it's right here. Okay, now. All right, let's see the trendings dealing with mental health. I think we covered this. Let me see, family, okay? Give me a second. Mental health trends. A newly published survey of 2,636 veterans shows suicidal ideation rose nearly 50% over 5 years, while the actual suicide attempts remain stable. I don't know what's stable about suicide attempts, but this is what the study says, okay? Now we're about to get into the mental health side of the game here. Thank y'all. I'm moving from window to window, so please be patient. Now let's see. Which one did I want to do first? Give me a second. Did I want to do this one first? Give me a second. I'm looking fair use, family. All right, now let's do it. We're going to talk about the problem dealing with, self-harm crisis. Then we're going to cover what to do about it, all right? So we're going to talk about the mental health crisis of self-harm, suicidal prevention, and what can we do to help each other out, all right? And be there for each other. We're going to start off with this brother here talking about it, and we thank y'all for your patience, because we need to be here, because somebody caught with these kind of scams, they can become extremely depressed, or you see that the brother that had the situation, the veteran going in front of the federal building, and then the female veteran captain who got attacked in front of her house or subdued by law enforcement, however you want to see that. Now let's get into this here. Fair use, fair use, fair use. All right. Now let's do this here. Let's turn that up. Let's see what happens.
Among veterans higher than for non-veterans.
Particularly if you look at that post-transition period, it's almost a perfect storm of suicide risk, because, that first year.
I didn't mean to do that. Okay, hold on.
Struggling with a new idea.
I'm going to start this from again.
Is the suicide rate among veterans higher? Why is the suicide rate among veterans higher than for non-veterans?
Particularly if you look at that post-transition period, it's almost a perfect storm of suicide risk, because, that first year, first 3 years, you're looking at folks who may be struggling with a new identity. They lack the same kind of purpose they had in the military, and have difficulties identifying what that looks like in civilian life.
You're taught to be a problem solver. You start out at a low rank, but you want to obtain rank. And with each rank, you get more responsibilities put on your shoulders. So you're taught to solve the problems. You have not asked for anybody to step in and help you with your problems. You have been taught to handle all of them When you are dealing with post-traumatic stress disorder, it's nothing that's visible that you can see, and you don't know how to deal with it. You don't want to look as though you're weak, so you fight it on your own.
A lot of the veterans that are reaching out to us don't have anyone to turn to. They don't want to burden their family members or their loved ones. They don't want to take that resource from another veteran. They think if I get support, that means the next person can't. And so I think it's kind of breaking down some of those stigmas. There is enough help available for all veterans, and there's so many people that are here and willing to support them and hear them.
Not only are there enough help for all veterans, there's enough benefits. So stop saying I'm not going to take my benefits because I'm going to give to another veteran. No. Much love. Everybody show love to Neil, because Neil said, I am a suicide prevention trainer. We need more like him. Thank God for you. Just think of the countless lives he's helped save by being there for people. Sometimes people are you know how so many people are so in need of a word of encouragement, somebody to understand them. Come on, fam. That's why we here. Huh? Fam, y'all gotta understand something. Y'all see that? We be getting donations just like other channels, sometimes more. And I'm gonna be honest with you, before we monetize, we just get big donations, you know, from time to time. We thank y'all. That man, I really appreciate it. And some of y'all just being here and supporting means everything. Look what it say. Everybody show love and thank Neil Step. Please do that. Say thank you. Y'all already doing it. Thank you for all that you do, Neil Step. That's awesome, Neil. Because people like that help save my life. You understand? Yes, indeed. Betty say thank you so much. Neil, thank you so much. Wish you were there for me. Yes, indeed. I wish you were there for me, but thank God you're there for me now, because a lot of us struggle. Yes, indeed. How many people in here could use a person at some point in your life? You could have used a person like Neil. Put the word Neil in the chat. Brother Neil, you put Neil and Neil Step. If you could have used a person, how long ago? Neil, I said just put Neil in there. I could have used Neil. About 13 years ago. Thank you, but thank you for being there. I could have used you 13 years ago. Oh, yes. 3 years active duty, hardest time, especially during a tough economic time. Yes, indeed. Sometimes it only takes 13 minutes to listen to change someone's life. Man, don't make me cry, man. Thank you. Neil say, H-Town, Neil, it took me 13 years ago. I could have really used somebody. Thank you. It's my honor. Neil, put Neil in the chat, family. Oh, Lord. You see Neil? Neil, do you see this? Do you see this, Neil? This the love for you. When we need somebody to save us, that's we got people like Neil. That's our SOS call. And I mean that. Neil, Betty Bob say Neil. Charlton say Neil. Benny say Neil. George say Neil. Oh, my Lord. Yes, indeed. I don't know why this means so much to me. He said, it's my honor. Look at the humility. Listen to this man. It's my honor. Boy, you too much, Neil. Yeah, love to Neil. Then George say Neil. He said twice. Thank you, Lord. Thank people for people. I wouldn't have had this channel. I wouldn't even be here for my daughter or for y'all if it wasn't for people like Neil. I want you to understand that. Thank you, Neil. Because I get tired of this stuff sometimes. Back in the day, I'm good now. I'm better now. Okay? Yes. Yeah. Whew. I've had my struggles, fam. As the old preacher said, I had my share of ups and downs. Yes, Lord. Now let's see what the solution is. And we're going to end on this note. Now, thank you so much. You know, we're going to be the last part we go over. Now we're going to get into this here. And I thank these people like Neil doing the work out there. Huh? Family, I'm touched. I don't know what it is about what Neil said. It touched me. My Lord. Thank you, Neil. Oh, Lord. I'm going to tell y'all something. Let me tell y'all something. I was in such a bad place. I was so mad that I had to go to the exam for my 100%. You know, I was in a bad place. And doctor said, I said, yeah, I'm gonna get my daughter through school and I'm, you know, she get grown. He said, well, you're gonna have to help her get through college because I'd rather just be out of here. I said, okay. Okay, after college, what? What's she gonna meet somebody and get married? Okay, after that, what? She gonna have children. I said, hold on, doc. He tried to put that CMP doctor tried to put me in a trick bag. I said, if I keep listening to you, doc, I'm gonna die of natural causes. You know what he said? I ain't never seen a psychiatrist get serious. He said, would that be a bad thing? I'm like, oh, this man checking me in my CMP exam. I thought he supposed to be helping me with my rating, not talking about my personal life. You understand? But thank God for him, I guess. You know. Man. No trees, please. Yes, indeed. Don't cut. Say 988 is the number. Amen. We all struggle. We here for you and we love y'all. You email me. We can do it live if you ever want some encouragement. We here for the trusted family now. Now look, I was blessed in 1983 to be surrounded by veterans. I was working at Philadelphia Naval Shipyard, all World War II Korean veterans and Vietnam veterans. Yes, Lord. And many of them gone now. You know what I'm saying, man? Many of them gone now. And they thank God for them blessing us, you know, being around. I remember seeing World War II veterans in the VA back in, you know, back in the 80s. I remember World War I veterans. I remember Mr. Williams lived in my neighborhood. I said, Mr. Williams, why you have so many guns? He had one in his fireplace under his pillow. He said, I don't know. He had been in World War I, you know. Now, family, I'm sorry I got a little emotional there. H-Town don't need to be out here cutting up like that. Last thing y'all need to see is a black man cry. But I love y'all. Y'all too much. Neil just didn't. I blame you, Neil. I blame you for everything. You know, I love you, bro. I'm just messing with you. Oh, let's get into it. Let's see what they doing for veterans out there. Oh, Lord, let's go with it.
The Veterans Affairs showed that veteran suicides went down 44, not 44%, but just 44 between the reporting period covered in the latest report. Now,
so 44, not 44%. It went down on 44 less people, veterans took their lives. Let's see. Neil say amen. Let's see. Yes, I'm sorry, family. Family, I'm telling y'all, look, let me tell y'all something. This, y'all just kind of saved my life. If I didn't have veterans, because I didn't know that I had issues from being in the military, I thought I was just transitioning. But when things were so hard to adjust to civilian life, I didn't make a connection with the military. So when I started talking to other veterans, it was so easy to do. Even the ones that was tripped out, even the ones that get on my nerves, which is very few, I can still relate to them. I say, so it must have something to do with me being in the military, because these civilians didn't make no sense. Now let's listen to what our brother here doing and other brothers and sisters are doing. Oh, Lord, there you go.
Story when it comes to veteran suicide. The latest numbers from the Department of Veterans Affairs show that veteran suicides went down 44, not 44%, but just 44 between the reporting period covered in the latest report. Now, critics say the data doesn't always tell the full story when it comes to veteran suicide, but one Valley veteran told me, if you want change, you have to create it. It's where coffee, donuts, and honest conversation really come together.
Did you hear what the veteran told him? If you want change, you have to create it. Huh? My elder used to say, it's time that we do something for ourselves. Huh? You saying, why don't somebody do something? That since you see the problem, you need to be the solution. That's why I say, you know what? There's certain things that are not talked about on veteran channels, and I can't complain about the ones that don't do it. They doing their part. I need to step in and do my part. I didn't want to be on no camera. I didn't want people seeing me. But my daughter say, do it, Dad. I say, whatever. I told her, you used to be my favorite daughter. She say, I'm your only daughter, Dad. I say, that's a distinction without a difference. Oh, there it go again.
We can talk about a problem all day.
It's more than just a meetup. It's a mission.
We can talk about a problem all day. There's nothing that irks me more personally than suicide awareness. Well, geez, thanks, Captain Obvious. But what are you doing about it?
More than 65% of veteran suicides involve vets who are 50 and older. Rick saw that firsthand when he walked into a support group and realized something was missing.
And I was the oldest veteran there. So I'm like, well, who's supporting our senior veterans?
So we built something that would address the issue. Veterans Affinity.
What has this affinity group done for you?
It's given me purpose.
Doug Leach served in Vietnam. Now he helps other vets find their way back.
There's a lot of veterans out there that just never leave the house. And those are the ones we're looking for.
From Mesa to Prescott.
Did you hear that? That's why we have this live stream. Because there are a lot of veterans don't leave the house or don't go around other people, especially as we get older. Jimmy say funny. Yes, indeed. Now listen, Neil say, we need good community. Nobody heals in isolation. Come on, fam. Share the channel with people. Get out there and let's start doing stuff. We got to get out here and start doing some activities in our community. Let them know about the H-Town Vet channel too. Oh, did I just do a shameless plug of the channel?
Now reached dozens of communities with one goal. Mesa to Prescott, these 1 hour gatherings. From Mesa to Prescott, these 1 hour gatherings now reach dozens of communities with one goal.
There's 500,000 veterans in the state of Arizona. And so we got to find a way to touch every one of them.
Shifting the focus from how many we've lost to how many we can still save. Veterans Affinity is open to any veteran looking for community right now. We have put all the information, of course, on how you can get involved right now on abc15.com.
Y'all check that out, Veterans Affinity, and they might have a local chapter in your area, fam. Are we talking about this here? They got things going on out there. You understand? Family, look what our brother said. Let's read that again. We need good community. Nobody heals in isolation. Come on, you can't solve a problem without acknowledging it. Family, did we talk about it tonight? We went over the information that we needed to about the difference between the military police and civilian police and some of the, and we talked about veteran news tonight. We did that thing, family. Didn't we do it? Did we cover it right? But I got a question. Who do you blame for the mental health crisis? Who do you blame for either news story, the fraud that's going on? Who do you blame for targeting veterans? Who do you blame for the captain, the veteran captain, when she was attacked by the National Guard? Who do you blame for the veteran who set the fire in front of the federal building? What's going on? Any commonality, let us know. And then how do we address the problem once we assign blame? Did we cover the topic tonight? Let us know. Did we cover the information? I apologize for the freezing, but we thank you for verify information. That's what we choose to do here, family. We want to make sure that we got everything straight, that you are straight. Yes, indeed, family. And I know I said a little few jokes there now, but I don't mean to be disrespectful. Family, y'all really did verify. If people don't want you verifying information, you say you enjoyed it. Jimmy Elmore say he enjoyed it. Okay. Oh boy, y'all something else. I love y'all. I mean this from my heart. Have anybody seen Dougie? What he up to with all this going on? Is he out there helping the veterans with this information? Hopefully he out there doing some outreach. Family, we thank y'all and we appreciate you. Anybody feel like, okay, I want to ask you a question. Do you think that, we got another donation. Charlton put 5 on in the collection plate. We want to thank Brother Charlton. Family, do you think that female veteran in DC, should she poke the bear and file a claim? Should the brother that was in front of the Felder building, does he have a case for poking the bear, or should he just go to jail and file a claim for mental health? He said, awesome. They said, yes, indeed. Everybody show love to Charlton for his donation. Thank you, brother. And I know it's hard times right now, family, but we got to give voice. See, nobody want to talk about this here. We all out here suffering, going through things, and they want to push us to the side. Everybody show love to Charlton and to George. Now, thank you so much for the beautiful blessing and love. Yes, Charlton, thank you so much for all you do. He sent me an article we're going to go over next time. Look at that. It say Charlton, hands up. Yes, indeed. If you don't ask, you don't get. Come on now. They say a closed mouth won't get fed. And here, we're a little different. We're not braggadocious about who was in the military with the biggest and the baddest gun. We honor all who serve. All who serve. Ain't no big eyes and little U's. We love you all here. You understand what I'm saying? Whether you male veteran, female veteran, combat veteran, non-combat veteran, you reserve, active duty, Coast Guard, Marines, Air Force, Navy, Space Force, Army. Come on now, it don't matter. Look at him showing love to Charlton. Yes, indeed. Thank you, Charlton. Come on now, fam. Fam, we doing this thing. And would they try to stop us several times tonight, didn't they? Listen, we got to be careful not to crash. You say, there's no I in team. Yes, indeed. See, look, we can be a team without being a clique. Are you listening to me? You know what? Let me tell you what I mean by that. We can be a team without being a clique. If you're a clique, if y'all be on my channel, y'all be hating other people's channel, talking about H-Town, all that, and you go over there and cut up on their channel. What I love about my people, and I hope y'all ain't never done it, y'all don't go over on other people's channel and crash out on my behalf. But people come over here from other channels crashing out because I don't have no problem with other people doing what they do on their channel. But don't come over my house and disrespect me. You understand? Or my family over here. Yes, indeed. Come on, fam. New rules we're not going to go over tonight. We just going to talk. We'll do the update next time. It wasn't much going on with that because it's too much going on. Please like, share, and subscribe and click those notifications. If you got notification tonight, put that notification bell in the chat or put the word bell in the chat. Now, Neil Stepp say, this is my support group. Thank you. Thank all of you in this room. I don't know why I add words. This is my support group. Thank all of you in the room and H-Town. You have created a safe environment. Every time y'all say that, other people get triggered and try to disrupt it. But we are doing this, and You know, the Apostle Paul said that when I went to do good, evil was present with me, right? Two forces living inside me. He said the good that I should do, I don't. Huh? But we stop hating and become part of the family. Y'all need to come over here and just enjoy it. Jimmy Elmore say the bell. And I'm going to correct that situation where they're talking about 1946 when that person came up. I'm going to show you all them rules while I was telling you about what was going on. But please hit that like button. Smash that like button. Make sure you got that bell. And our regular scheduled live stream, okay, y'all, you got the notification. You got the notification. Now listen what George say. We are family, all my brothers and sisters and me. Huh. Look, and we ain't got to, you can go to other channels and enjoy yourself. You can go, you ain't got, I ain't going to fall out with you. We enjoying each other. So Charlton got his notification. Neil, Betty say, Neil, if you need that drive when you to the surgery, my offer still stands. So George got it. Family, we got very intelligent people in here. Our regular scheduled live streams are Sundays, Tuesdays, and Thursdays, 6 p.m. Central Time. All right? But we do have impromptu lives, and we do sometimes do segment videos. I don't know if I'm doing another live. I might do another live to see if I'm still having problems. So your notification was on too. Fam, we doing this thing. Family, thank y'all for the super chats and the coins we got. We got coins on the last video and this one too. And we're going to say thank Charlton for the donation, the super chat. Yes, indeed. Want to thank George for the super chat. You hear me putting something on it? They putting something on the building fund. I'm going to put something, do some updates on this computer. Thank you. Thank you. I really want to thank the Salto Marine for his interaction and support. Been excellent tonight. Been really on, you know, and his wife had surgery and he's spending time with us and we thank him. He's going toward, I think he's a little over 20,000 or close to it subscribers. Y'all go over there if y'all haven't had a chance and support our brother. You understand? Huh? And tell people about my channel. Let me see what we got. We had people coming in there tonight. Then we had Lil Rip come up with that 400 Jewels Eagle. Those Jewels, that helped too, family. So thank y'all. Now let's see. Say thanks, Betty. Do you have enough to get your RAM? I think, let me see how much that thing costs. It's like $199. I'm you know, I'm gonna take what y'all give me. It's gonna be like, it's around $200. I get it from I got the box somewhere in here. I got that RAM box somewhere. No, this ain't it. I got it around somewhere. But I had 2 slots filled. I got how many RAMs did I get last time, family? I got like, I think 2 16s, and I took out the other ones that were just 8. So I got 2 16s, so I got 32 RAM. So I'm gonna get 2 more 16s, 32. So it's like around about 200, but I gotta get the same brand. So I'm gonna do that. Now we gonna work toward it. So I probably need another, you know, a little bit more on the building fund, but we'll get it. And I'm gonna throw some money in there. But thank you. Now listen. Oh, Betty put some jewels in there. Look at that. 2 jewels. Come on, family. Y'all making me feel important. You understand? When I get my food stamps, I'm going to do something real nice for you. Thank y'all for putting in, donating in the collection plate tonight. We thank y'all. Now listen, and I think that's the first time we got a something that big what Brother George gave us in the super chat. We've gotten it other place. In the words of my brother Ill Will, to my brother Ill Will for coining the phrase. And we thank him so much. I'm looking for his name here. I probably can't find it because he up in here. There you go. Oh, Lord. There you go. In H-Town, we trust. Thank you, Ear Will. And he throw donations, and y'all just support. Do what you're able to do. Come and support. You ain't. Oh, whoa. Look at this here. Y'all cutting up. Betty said 100 Jews. Then our brother did 6 Jews. Chill. Yes, indeed. Betty doing, hello, 6 Jews. Watch out now. Thank you, Betty, and thank all you. All right, I'm starting to be one like one of these bootleg preachers out here. Now listen, family, videos that we have, please go back if you haven't watched them in our library when we talked about more about this fraud, people talking your personal information. We talked about several different cases of scams, especially the postcard scam. And we talked about the one of the unaccredited claim companies, Trajector, filing bankruptcy. We broke that news. Family, you hear what I'm saying? Everybody show love and thank Betty. And we broke it first. We went to a little over it. Charlton was here. And in that last video you just saw, we went into more detail. But this one we first broke it on Saturday. And we talked about why people that still do stolen valor often try to claim the Purple Heart, because you can connect at the benefits. And even if a comeback veteran, you tell them you're a Purple Heart recipient, they'll be kind of standoffish to try to question you. Well, where were you at? You know, so that's why they often claim in stolen valor, they claim the Purple Heart, even Combat Timmy. Y'all know why I don't leave him alone? Because he talked bad about us. I don't bother nobody, don't bother us, unless they're doing something to hurt us. And then we talk about that hero worship. Here's another case of stolen valor. This person was getting benefits while they was locked up. What y'all think about Trajector filing bankruptcy? Multi-million-dollar company. They still want to run it though. Thanks, Betty. Yes, indeed, from Jim Elmore. I fired the claim company that sounds like Projector. Oh, you had them. Why did you file them? If you want to tell us, if not, let us know, or you just talk to me behind the scenes, email me or whatever. What was your red flag? Or did you have any red flags? That 5, what's called, and we talked about that retirement where they was getting rid of the offset for retired veterans, combat veterans. They doing it only for combat veterans, the offset for disability and military retirement. I say, why not do it for all retirees, but it's for combat related injuries. We go into detail about that. And people had different opinions on it. And we definitely talk, see, family, we cover, oh, well, I knew I had missed it. We cover all the topics. Y'all see how we go through the gamut of things that relate to veterans? We'll talk about benefit stuff. We'll talk about current events. We talk about just about anything related to veterans, because that's how my mind works. They have millions. Yes, they do. Thank you, Betty. Listen, we talked about the proposals for tinnitus and sleep apnea. We broke it down in more detail. Watch this video than anybody else has. Now we're in the after party, family. Anything y'all want to say, I apologize for the problems. I'm going to definitely figure it out. And I think it's the RAM, because it was speeding up, so like it was before, but it's not as bad now. Now let's see what they said here. So we have the after party. Whatever you want to talk about, military related or not, anything that's on your mind. You want to talk about what type you took your shoes off today. Okay. Now, and you put your slippers on. That's cool too. Now listen, George say they did nothing to help me, just a plain Jane medical statement. And they're not accredited. I didn't know about a lot about the VA claims till I started watching the internet. So once you got informed, was it easy for you to get away from them? Did they try to throw some fees at you and say, "Oh, you owe us"? When you saw they were generic, see, that's the problem. When we're not informed, it's easier for people to take advantage of us. Say, chill. Pastor Dougie came out to oppose reducing tinnitus and sleep apnea VA disability to fund STAR Act. Hold on. Are they going to take that part out the bill? That sounds like a good thing. Hold on. Was there a Dougie sighting? I thought he was missing in action, fam. Family, tell me more about that, Charlton. Tell me more about that. Hold on. Pastor Dougie said something on our behalf. Do you think that was strategic? What you say? Yes, I sent them a letter kind of like a cease and desist. Yes, okay, there you go. Dougie, okay. Thank God you were able to get out there, George. You think he's afraid? What do you think? You think he's afraid of the veteran? Do you think he's afraid of losing his job? What do y'all think Pastor Doug is afraid of? Great point. Do you think that he's losing popularity with the veteran? He think he might lose his job? He's losing favor with the President Trump? What do you think Pastor Dougie is afraid that he's come out of missing? Y'all let me know. Great point, Charlton. What do y'all think he's afraid of? I think he is eyeing something else. Yes, indeed. Oh, you think he's trying to move up? Do you think he's trying to do a pastor job? What do you think he's trying to do? You think he wants to run for governor? Fam, let us know. Let us know. That is interesting. Would you have ever expected that from Doug Collins, the Secretary of the VA, aka Pastor Dougie, aka preacher? That's got me stunned. Maybe senator? Okay, he might want to be a senator. What do y'all think his motives are? Let me know. Now, family, I want to thank y'all for being so kind, and we working together and we making this thing happen. It was freezing. I put the word freezing in there. Sorry about that, fam. It was freezing. Yes, it was freezing. The political job that pays more. Yes, I expect that from him. Family, I want to say thank y'all and I appreciate y'all. And we working together. Don't worry about nothing. We got to make sure we covering everything because I can't have, we got to make sure we keep the confusion because I'm checking these people. They don't, once we getting everything together and what we bonding and how we making this thing strong, we got to keep it straight. Cause they come, like I say, they come to me in the in the comments. I got to delete comments that they'll put on my channel saying little slick stuff. So let's make it. And I ain't got no problem with nobody. They just got to do their thing. Person don't apologize to me. I ain't got nothing for them. Now, family, we want to thank y'all. What you got going on, Betty? Thank you for everything. Say, appreciate you. Thank you, Jimmy L. Moore. Let's say, let me get to the what's called. Can you put up your email? Yes, I can. I'm about to put the email up. Now let's put the email up. Let me put the email up. All right, let me find the banner for the email. Y'all got anything? And like I said, don't worry about nothing. We just make sure we handle things because we'll be all right. Don't worry about nothing. Don't feel bad about nothing. We love, number love here. I just got to make sure we cover the thing. Hold on, what I do here? There's the email, htownvetnorthside@gmail.com, htownvetnorthside@gmail.com. Yes, indeed. And we doing it, family. We doing this thing. And family, let me pull. Now, y'all let us know now what that weather looking like where you at. Jimmy Elmore say, thanks. You welcome. Then say, H-Town, Betty Bob say, let's say good night. Tell us what the weather like where you at, and in particular, what the temperature is. And Betty Bob say, thanks, H-Town. H-Town, thank you so much. Have a blessed evening and enjoy, and have a beautiful and prayerful day. Okay, yes. Jimmy Elmore say, thanks. Betty say, good night, Charlton, and have a blessed weekend. Show love. Miss you. Love you, Charlton. Thank you for being so consistent here. Now, Jimmy Elmore, thank you for showing up and showing out. Now, Jimmy Elmore say, good night. We're going to do that thing for your what's going on in your area, Charlton, like I told you next time about the any meetings. That made me think of something. Betty say 72 and clear. George say 63 cloudy. Charlton say good night, Pennsylvania, in 74 in Pennsylvania. Look, if y'all have things going on like Charlton sent me that's going on in his location, and I might go and do a little special, let us know if they're having any kind of benefits meeting in your area. Come in and send us the emails about it. 84 in Sacramento. Night all. See y'all next live. So the night is what? Thursday. So we're going to see y'all on Sunday. I might have an impromptu live stream. Let me see. Then he said, good night all from Neil Stepp. Yes, indeed. I go to email if you need it. Now, family, we want to say thank you, but let us know the activities going on in your area. Benny say good night to everyone. Yes, indeed. Good night to everyone. Good night to all of you. I really appreciate it. I got to tell y'all what the temperature is where I'm at. It is 80. Oh, it was 85 now. It's 84 degrees. High of 96 today. So, family, I want to say thank y'all, and I appreciate y'all for coming through. And we're going to see y'all on the next one, fam. We talked about it tonight. We had 70 in New Jersey, 70 degrees in New Jersey. So it's warmer in Pennsylvania where Charlton at. Wow. And everybody wish the best for what y'all got any appointments coming up? Salto Marine say his wife had a situation, surgery. I'm going to an appointment in September, and I'm going to dental care in August. Okay? Got a couple of them. Now, Betty Bob say, good night, Jimmy. Who is Gigi? I forget who Gigi is. Benny 66, Neil, the Saltillo Marine, and have a blessed evening and have a beautiful and blessed week. You got an appointment every day. Okay, now you say high in Shreveport was 99. We around that equator. My appointment is Tuesday and Wednesday. See my primary care. George. Okay, GG is George. Okay. So family, I want to thank y'all. Y'all came out, y'all showed up and showed out, and we dealt with the question, can military police arrest civilians for an alleged crime committed outside a military base? They're in hot pursuit, we said, right? Now, family, I want to say thank y'all, and we're going to see y'all on the next one. God bless y'all. I'm so happy. Hold on. Every time I'm about to leave, then a brother say, surgery on August the 17th. Okay. I got a surgery coming up. Claim in step 4. What step y'all claims on? I shouldn't ask the question, should I? Say thank you, H-Town. Thank y'all. We good. We doing this thing. Now, family, I want to say thank y'all. I appreciate y'all. I value you for who you are. And I'm trying to get some of that food in there. I'm thinking about food, fam. Now, let's see. Let's talk about it. And we want to say good night to everyone, and we'll see you on the next one, okay? Good night. We love y'all, family. And God bless you. Jimmy Elmore say bedtime. Yes, indeed.